All right. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. I am so glad that this week is half over. Although, man, I wish it was closer to Friday. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good week. I'm having a little bit of a crazy week. Just work has been kicking my butt lately, so I'm very happy to be here and doing this for a little while. And yes, let's hope not. That was a little bit crazy last time. Hopefully, I won't have that same issue this time. If I do, then I know there's something wacky with this setup, and I'm gonna have to really dig in and figure out what the hell is going on. But I got the headphones on. I'm monitoring my sound, so if it does happen, maybe I'll actually hear it this time. We'll see what happens. But hey guys, glad everybody is here. Let's say a little hello to everybody really quick. Of course, we have got Jason the Little Alien in the chat here, my wonderful, incredible moderator who does so much for so many. We got Goofyfoot in the house. We got B. Kirby, the Chicago arcade guy. What's up, Kirby? Of course, we have Glenn's Retro Show here. He knew I was going to be talking about his stuff tonight, so he had to show up, of course. Always good to have you with us. Gallagher Guy 88 is here. Let's see. And yes, Mike Hawk Hertz is here. Good to see you, as always. Am I missing anybody? JJ is here. If you don't like the 1.6 GRS, well then, F you. And we got John J. And I'm sure there's going to be more people coming in as we get started. So, as usual, going to try to keep this right to about an hour. I know Arcades Anonymous is going to be coming on at 9 o'clock Eastern right after me. I do have the show set up to redirect to them. So if you are here, if you're watching, and you stick around, the show should just move you right over to them once we are done. Bill, do you play VR? We should do walkabout. Yeah, I do. It's actually funny. I was actually thinking about. It's funny, after Mike's show, I thought about doing a show on VR. I still might, but I didn't want to do one right away because he just did one. I know the Arcades Anonymous guys are going to be talking VR tonight, but at some point I will do a show on VR to talk about stuff. I do like it. I have the Quest 2. I have the Quest 3S, which is the latest one that I got. I've got a PC helmet from Vive as well that I don't use very often, but I do have it. So I like it. One thing I haven't done is I really haven't gotten into playing online with people yet. And that's something that I really want to start doing as well. So I got to get into that. Actually, one of the coolest things I just bought is I bought a game called, I think it's called Fitness Fable. I wanted to try, using the VR. I wanted to try doing some exercising and things with it, kind of just help get in shape, stay in shape, get in shape a little bit. And I was looking at some of the different fitness apps. A lot of them are like subscription based. I didn't want that. I wanted to just buy one outright. And I found this one called Fitness Fable, which reminds me a lot of the Ring Fit game that was on the Switch, which I have and I really liked. I used that for like a good year and a half, and then I kind of fell out of it. So I'm kind of psyched to get back into doing something fitness-based and using the VR this time. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe as my journey progresses, I'll talk about that a little bit more. But yeah, I definitely want to get into some VR a little bit more. And we got Beardman Pinball here. Hola, good to see you. All right, so I got a couple of topics that I want to touch on tonight. But before I get into those, I'm just wondering, you guys in the chat here, did anybody catch Sony's State of Play today? I totally didn't even know that they were doing one today. I kind of got caught off guard within it. I was getting close to the end of my day at work. It was like almost 5:30, and I happened to see that they were doing it, so I wound up running it back and watching almost the whole thing. it was okay. I didn't think there was anything like super exciting on it, but there was one game that they showed off that I think looks really cool. I want to take a minute here and just show this to you guys. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can find where I put all my stuff here. And I'm going to keep the sound down on this so I don't have an issue with anything. But I'm wondering, did you guys see this? And this is the newest Shinobi game coming from Sega. And man, does this look good. I mean, this really, makes me think of the old Shinobi games, that kind of side-scrolling action platformer. And I do like the art style on it a lot. I think a lot of times when they do these and they try to make the art, kind of contemporary, it comes across looking more like a web game than anything. This looks like you're playing a cartoon almost. It just looks like so cool and so much fun. So this is one I am absolutely excited for. I think this is going to be a really cool game. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that they're doing a remaster of Days Gone. I'm a big fan of The Last of Us, but for whatever reason, I never really got into Days Gone. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show that really quick. I think that looks really cool. Yeah. Oops. Come on back. Old Shinobi with a modern art style. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be picking up Shinobi and quite a few others they're working on. I know someone who does some animation for Sega. Ooh. You may have to spill the beans, Jason. You may have to tell me what's coming. I can keep a secret if you want me to, too. Trust me. I can keep secrets. But yeah, I just thought that looked really cool. So of all the things that they showed, I thought that was the one that definitely stuck out to me more so than some of the other stuff. So a lot of these games, especially these, third-person action type games, they all look the same to me nowadays. A lot of them just, I don't know, there's just nothing exciting about them. I did like the look at Metal Gear Solid Delta. That one I might have to pick up because I was a big fan of Metal Gear Solid 3. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. But, other than that, we will have to wait and see. All right, so let me take a little sip here and wet the palate. And then we can dive into our first topic. And the first thing I want to talk about is... I understand. I get it. Trust me, I understand completely. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about the GRS Build-A-Cade FU. You guys know I've been following this. I've been following it very closely, obviously. So I reached out to Glenn yesterday and asked would he mind sharing some of the latest photos with me. And he said, hell no. And then he acquiesced and sent them anyway. So I've got some of the latest photos. I know he's shown them off too, but I wanted to share them as well and just kind of give my thoughts and opinions on them. Let me bring my stuff up here. Get this all set first. All right. Jay, you're getting ahead of me. I'm actually going to get to that. We're going to talk about Golden Tee in a little bit, and I did, right before the show, I got an email with the sale going on, so I am going to touch on that, absolutely. All right, but first, let's talk GRS Build-A-Cade FU. And like I said, Glenn was very gracious in sending me some of these photos, so I just wanted to talk about them a little bit. So, of course, these are all the latest renderings of what the machine is going to look like. These are not actual photos of the build, but as far as I know from Glenn, they are actually in the process of building these now, at least building a prototype of it based on these specs, based on these renders. So it's going to be really cool to get a chance to see this, in the flesh when it finally comes out. And I got to say, after the initial renders and the initial stuff that Glenn showed off, I'm loving what he's done here with this. The marquee up here looks like it's going to be exactly the right size. Whether you just stick with a simple one like this. Oh, prototype number 2. Okay, good. So it's being assembled now. Do we have a time frame for when these will be available and or shipped? Not yet. Not yet. As Glenn just stated here, they are actually assembling the prototype now. So I know once that gets assembled, they're going to send it to him. He's going to review it. If I'm very lucky, myself and another good friend of ours, Glenn Baisley, will get a chance to head over to Glenn's for a little bit and check it out as well. And give our feedback on it as well. So, it's gotta be right. I know Glenn. It's got to be just right for him to fully sign off and say, we're done, build it. But hopefully, if not by the end of this month, early next month, we'll get to know a little bit more once he has a chance to see that. Once we've all had a chance to go over it, and I know he's looking at hopefully sometime in March to start the pre-orders on thunderstick.com with the idea to ship it sometime in June or July. But let's talk about these photos here. So this is a look at it from the front. You got the marquee up here. You've got, this is what it would look like with the 26-inch screen in it. And you can see, this is the idea of it with the 26-inch screen in it. You've got the control panel here, which is based on the ultimate control panel that was done for the AtGames. You've even got a couple of the USB ports right in the front, just like that one. And then down here, what you can see is this bottom piece here is actually a draw that you can kind of push in on and it'll pop out, and you can keep a keyboard and mouse and things in there, which I tell you will definitely come in handy. One thing that I've been thinking about doing and I haven't yet is I got to bring a keyboard and mouse upstairs to my game room for my AtGames to do the same thing, because there have been times when it would have really come in handy to have a keyboard and mouse plugged into it for certain things. Especially, I'm actually working on testing out using Moonlight to stream games from PC to the Viper. I'm gonna have a video on that coming out probably within another week. I'm having some issues with things there that I want to work out before I finish the video, but a keyboard and mouse would definitely come in handy because you can stream your desktop directly to it, and then once you do, you're kind of stuck because you have no way to move around. But here's another look at it from the front, but this time, this is with the 19-inch screen on it with that rotating piece. Now, Glenn, now again, keep in mind, these are renders, okay? So the fact that you can see this circle here, it's more pronounced in a render because, because you want to be able to see, in a render, you want to be able to see where that circle is going to be. You want to have an idea of the size and everything else like that. Glenn has said that, once you get this, once you look at it, it's going to be like almost not noticeable at all. So, which is a good thing. But this is the idea of what it's going to look like with that rotating screen and with the 19-inch screen. And again, the rest of it is pretty much the same as the other look. Yeah, Video Game Vegas, I am with you on this. I absolutely want that with the 19-inch screen. I can understand why people want the 26, and I think the 26 is going to be cool. And I also agree with what a lot of people have said. I think if you got the 26-inch screen, you wouldn't necessarily even need the rotating functionality on it. But I don't know. There's just something about the fact that the screen rotates that I think is freaking cool. It's like an arcade transformer, and I want one. So, that's why I'm kind of leaning in that direction with that. And here's a look at the two of them fully side by side. Again, you get the 19-inch screen here. You got the 26-inch screen here. Down here, of course, you've got the coin door area. And one thing I know is that this coin door can be set up to open to the left or to the right. So depending on where you're going to set this up in your arcade, if you want the coin door to open this way or you want the coin door to open this way, you will be able to do that, however you set it up. So that is definitely a good thing. Quick look at it from the side here. And again, this is the normal shape. This is what the default shape of the cab is going to look like. It's got a very similar shape to the 1/6 scale Build-A-Cade that Glenn puts out. So, if you're familiar with that, how that looks, I think that, you'll be very familiar with this. The nice thing about that is I know, he's working with people like Joe Sabos and, oh God, who are some of the other ones? 99. I know 99 Lives does control panels more than artwork. I know there's a couple others. They're escaping me, but I know he's working with a couple of people who do artwork, who have done artwork for the 1/6 scale. So, I mean, if they've done the artwork for the 1/6 scale, it's kind of just a matter of blowing it up, and it's pretty much ready for this. So, and then of course you've got to look at it with the Glentendo hood on it, which I kind of like. I really do kind of like this shape of it. Like if I wind up getting this, I might consider getting the hood and either skinning it like a Donkey Kong or a Popeye. Like those are the two cabs that I would love to have something that looks like those in my arcade. It would either have to be Donkey Kong or Popeye, just because I love the way that those cabs look, and I think this would be really cool. The only thing that concerns me, and I guess we're going to have to do some testing on it, is if you go with the hood that has the plexi in the front here, is it going to cause an issue with the Sinden light guns if you want to play light gun games? I think that's the only thing that maybe concerns me a little bit with this, so we'll have to see. It shouldn't, unless unless you're getting a lot of reflection off of this in your room for whatever reason, it shouldn't affect it, but I think that's something that we got to test and just make sure that it works right. And yes, this hood is epic. And hey, James Hates Everything is here. Good to see you as always. Thank you so much for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it. And I'll be buying at least 3 different control panels. Yeah, see, again, Glenn, I'm with you. It should be okay, but I think that's something we're going to need to test and just make sure, because I know a lot of people are going to want, especially with the 26-inch screen, a lot of people are going to want to play light gun games, and if they get that hood, got to make sure that it doesn't, cause any kind of interference with it. And here is a look at the lower portion of it with the coin door. And again, remember that this is going to be a functioning coin door. So you'll actually be able to coin in to play games if you want. There'll be the box and everything behind here to catch the coins, which I think is a really cool feature for something like this. And then, of course, when you open it up, this is where you can store some of your extra control panels and things. Now, Glenn, you can tell me in the chat here, there should be room in the back here. You see this hole here. There should be room in the back here. So, like, if you wanted to put a PC in this to run your games, not just use the Viper Venom, it should hopefully fit behind here so that you still have room to put a bunch of extra control panels in the front and get access to those. Because, once you put the PC in, once you get everything hooked up, hopefully you don't need as much access to it. Now, obviously, there's going to be a panel in the back to get to the back as well. I'm sure you'll be able to take the back off of this to get to it. But I'm hoping there's enough room back here to put a PC or something. That's the PC area or anything you want. So yeah, so there should be enough room in the back here if you want to put a PC and yet still have plenty of room in the front to put a bunch of these different control panels and stuff as well and take them in and out as you want to interchange them. Whoops. Went a little too far there. The FU should come with some Glenny tokens to test it. Maybe he could work something out with New Wave Toys and make some funky tokens like they do. Again, here's a look at it from the side. Again, just to get an idea of that shape. You can see, of course. Oh, I didn't really notice this before. I want to blow this up a little bit. So you can see down at the bottom here, you've got the feet for it to sit. So it's raised up just a little bit, but you know, obviously with these feet, it'll kind of, you know, keep your floor from getting too scratched up if you have to move it. But you've also got some rollers on the back here. You've got some wheels on the back. So if you have to move this thing around, sucker's going to weigh 200 pounds. But, you know, get somebody to help you tilt it back and you'll be on wheels so you can move it around, which I think is a smart idea for sure. So I didn't notice that in the renders before. It just kind of caught my eye as I was looking at that. So smart move. I think this is the last, this is the last picture that Glenn sent me basically. And again, this is just another look kind of, you know, from the side and a down angle a little bit, get a little closer look at that control panel. Again, if any of you are familiar with the control panel that Glenn did for the iArcade, this is going to be basically the same thing. And I love it. I have it on my iArcade. I do like it a lot. I don't have any issues playing spinner games, even with the joysticks on the trackball. I think is great on it. Actually, like playing Golden Tee on this, and I think that trackball probably works a lot better than anything in any of the arcade one-ups that do Golden Tee. That's for sure. So, you know, again, this I can't wait to see this thing. I really cannot wait to get my hands on this thing. I'm hoping I can get one for myself as well. But I know, like I said, I've been talking to Glenn about, you know, sneaking over to his place and getting a look once he gets it. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. But guys, let me know. I'm obviously seeing a lot of chatter here. You guys seem really excited for this. If I have a Pi 5 or a small form factor PC, will Glenn be selling versions of his cab without the Viper so I can... Probably not. And I got to tell you, first off, if you wanted to swap out the Viper Venom that it comes with for a Pi 5 or for a PC or anything like that, you could easily do... I'm pretty sure you could easily do that. I don't think it'll be a big deal. On the price of this thing, I got to tell you that the Viper Venom's not driving the price of this thing up. It's not an expensive SBC from what I've seen. So I don't know that it necessarily makes it. I don't think taking it out is going to save you any money. Maybe it'll save you time having to disconnect it and connect something else. But money wise, I don't think not having the Viper in there is really going to save any money on the thing if that's something people wanted. How much does a real arcade weigh about this size with CRT monitor? Yeah, probably in that range. I would think probably somewhere in the 300-pound range, which this thing almost was until Glenn made some changes to the wood and some different stuff. This thing was almost going to weigh close to that. So I'm glad it doesn't. 200 is enough, trust me. My Xon with 19-inch COT is about 250. Yeah. Yeah. They're big boys. They are heavy. When pre-order begins, we will be able to add the hood. Yeah, base unit comes with the Viper Sim. Hey, Biggie D is here. Good to see you. Glad you came about. Did we get a price yet? No, not yet. Again, the latest prototype, which is based on the pictures I just showed, is being put together by the team. I guess they're over in China or wherever they are. It's being put together by Glenn's team right now to be shipped to him. So once he gets that, once he makes all the final approvals on that, then we can expect and we know exactly how much he knows exactly how much everything is going to cost and whatever to make and all. That's when we can probably expect a price. And I got to say, Glenn's been very open about all this. I know everybody wants to hear a price. I know, and I get it. I want to hear it too. I'm right there with you. I want to know how much this thing is going to cost so I can decide if it's something that I'm going to be able to do or not. But I can also understand why he's not doing it yet, because he wants to be 100% sure that it's exactly what he wants the machine to be, and what the production costs are going to be for sure before he gives the price. Because listen, the last thing you want to do is lowball this and say, they're going to be $600, and then something happens and there was a cost that you didn't expect, and he's got to bump the price up to 7 or 8. People are going to get pissed. So I can understand why Glenn wouldn't want to do that. So hang tight. The prices are coming soon. Viper Venom will be available for sale. Yeah. I want to get one of those as well, just to have. I may actually swap out the Viper that's in my iArcade for the Venom, just to have the more powerful SBC in it. And then what I might do is I might actually turn the Viper into like a media player or whatever, because it doesn't need to be as powerful for something like that. But we'll see. Didn't Glenn say it would be less than 1,000? So like 999. Yes, yeah. But again, I know it. I know what he's trying to do here, and even though he said less than 1,000, he does not want it to be 999. He wants it to be less. I know that. Will it be? We'll have to wait and see. And again, don't forget too that the shipping on it is going to be $200. So you have to factor that in. Yeah, see, under 1,000 plus 200 shipping. So, like, if it came in at $999, it's really going to be $1,200 because of the shipping. So you got to keep that. You got to keep that in mind. Yeah, I think that price would be more than fair for what you're getting on this. So again, we will have to wait and see. All right, but I want to move on because I did spend a lot of time on the last show talking about the Build-A-Cade FU, but I wanted to show off some of the newer pictures to give you guys in case you hadn't seen them yet, and continue building up the hype a little bit for it. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am for sure. But let's move on to the next thing. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, if I can find my stuff. Oh, you know what? Let me do this really quick. I forgot about this. Hang on. For those of you who did not see this, and Glenn, I know you're in the chat here. Is this a new product, or are you like re-releasing something that's been out before? Because I keep getting emails for this that say pre-order, but this looks like you can add to the cart now. This, for anybody who doesn't know, is an update to Glenn's spinners. So if you've got one of his older spinners on either the BSP or the DOT, you for $7 you could add this little add-on to it, which will bump up the precision on the spinners, and it's something you can control with software on your PC if you want. But your counts per revolution go from 128 to 4,096. So this thing will add some serious precision to any of the GRS spinners. So if any of you have one of Glenn's spinners, it's a new PCB for the buttonhole and push-pull spinners. We'll make it the best in the world, lowest and highest precision. So yeah, so this is something pretty new that Glenn just came out with. If you've got the buttonhole spinner or the push-pull, and you want to, just add to the precision of it for $7, guys, definitely check this out. All right, so that's enough shilling for Glenn. I think I fulfilled my quota. Let's move on. And I want to talk a little bit about New Wave Toys. Now, specifically, I want to talk about some updates they put out on their Golden Tee Replicade. But before I get into that, I want to just take a minute and show this to you guys, because this is a brand new email. I got this just before the show started. I know John, who was it? I think JJ earlier in the chat asked about this or mentioned this. So it looks like New Wave Toys has a sale going on now through the 19th. And if you use code LOVE10, you can get 10% off site-wide. So anything you want to order from New Wave Toys with code LOVE10, you're going to get 10% off. Now, they recently just came out with some new stools, some of which are sold out, some of which are very low stock. So if you missed out on these the last time, or if you wanted to pick up another one, you could go ahead and do that, get 10% off on this. I missed out on this the first time. I might pick up one of these. This guy's low stock here. I might want to pick up one of these guys that has the black light effect on it, because I've got a black light setup where I've got my New Wave Toys, so I think that would be pretty cool. They've got clearance on the 1943 mini controller, so $10 instead of $20. So if this is something you guys were thinking about picking up and just didn't yet, it's a good time to go ahead and get it for $10. And they've got 25% off on Zoltar. They've got Zoltar back in stock, and they've got it on sale for 25% off. Guys, if you have not gotten a Zoltar, if you wanted one, if you missed out on the super deal from when these first went for pre-order, and then when they went live, they went way up in price compared to what the pre-order was, because of some changes to the production and whatever. At 25% off, this is a good deal for this. The Zoltar is really cool. It is really fun. It is one of my favorite of the New Wave Toys Replicades. So if you have not gotten your hands on this at 25% off, this is a really good deal. Like I said, the sale looks like it just started. It's going to go through next week, the 19th, or while supplies last. So I can imagine some of these stools are already getting sold out. So I'm sure some of these will sell out possibly during that time. So be sure to check this out. And remember, code LOVE10 when you check out to save 10%. All right, but let's talk Golden Tee, because a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I don't know. I lose track of the days. I know it was pretty recent. I think it was yesterday, actually. We got this email with an update on development for Golden Tee, and it looks like it's coming along pretty good. It looks like the recent prototype that they got of it, they signed off on, and this is going to go into production phase pretty soon. And of course, we got some pictures here from them. And I gotta say, it really is looking really cool. Looks like it's going to have that CRT effect on it again, which I absolutely love. I think this is really cool that they've got not only the mini coin door here, but the little mini bill acceptor. Man, I tell you, one thing that would be really cool if they can ever figure out how to do it. I know they've got the little coin in feature here. Oh my goodness. Hang on. I think I got to put on like do not disturb on my phone or something. Because I keep getting all these little messages popping up. Hang on. Maybe if I go in airplane mode, that'll stop it for a little bit. Anyway, so it would be so cool because I know that they've put out some of these with little mini dollar bills, fake dollar bills as well. It'd be really cool if they could figure out a way, not necessarily to get the game to play like it does with the coin in, but even just to have this, suck in the bill and you can get it out later, I think would be a really neat feature. Maybe that's something that they can figure out one of these days. But I do like the way that this looks down here like that. Trying to figure out what that is supposed to be there. Maybe somebody knows in the chat from like a real Golden Tee what this little piece is supposed to be. I mean, I know the coins here. I know the dollar thing here. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I'm thinking this. I'm telling you, I think this looks really cool. I like the marquee up there. It looks like this piece lights up too. Does this light up too? It really looks like it, which I think would be really cool. And then, of course, you've got the full-size trackball here. Now, I did pre-order the Replicade with the control panel because I was really excited to see this full-size control panel. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I think this is going to be really cool. And yeah, I'm definitely excited to get my hands on this and check it out. That control panel just looks so sweet. Now, I am hoping that Buy Stuff Store will come along and make a stand for this, because then that would be really cool. And if they do, what they need to do is they need to make a little mini shelf in the stand that you can put your Replicade on, so that you have a place to sit it. Now, I mean, you probably should have this up against the, closer to the TV so you can put the HDMI in. But if they offered a little shelf that it would sit on too, I think that would be cool, even if it's just, for storage when you have it like out of the way or something. But I'm really hoping for a stand to go with this as well. Another picture of the control panel from the top. Just looks really, really, really good. Definitely excited for this. Oh, and by the way, in case any of you guys missed this, New Wave Toys is looking for help. They want somebody who is a Golden Tee guru to help them test the crap out of this thing, make sure it works, make sure it does everything it's supposed to, make sure there's no bugs in the software and whatever. So if you think you're a Golden Tee expert, reach out to them. You never know. Maybe they'll hire you for a little bit to test this out and give them feedback. They also put this little video out there to just kind of give people an idea of how it plays. You can see him really, really, spinning that thing. And I gotta say, with the control panel, this thing looks really good. And oh yeah, the logo there does light up. And of course, you got the little DMD thing on the top here, which I'm excited to get that as well. I think that's a cool feature. So I think this is coming along really good. I think it looks really, really good. Of course, we got to talk about this for a minute, don't we? We've got to talk about this, because not only do we see a Golden Tee with, Ricky over here looking like he's going to work on it, like it needs a little maintenance. But yeah, you guys notice this thing to the left here? Did you guys notice this thing to the left here? I know New Wave Toys has shown off a prototype of the skee ball before. I know they had it at what was it? the Cleveland convention last year or something. But this looks even further along than that one, unless I'm not remembering it correctly. I don't remember the net on it and everything. I don't remember the little light on top. This thing looks like it's pretty far along. I mean, how much longer do you think before they're actually going to put this thing up for sale? It can't be that much. It can't be that much. I mean, look at this thing. It cannot be that much longer before we get to see a skee ball from them. And that is going to be a day one purchase for me. No doubt I will be picking up the skee ball from them. That thing looks so cool. Ricky's 70s mustache to see some things. Yeah, I'm sure it has. Looking forward to New Wave Toys Black Hole. I'm going to play the heck out. I mean, display the heck out. Yeah. Look, it's a shame that it can't play, but I get it. I mean, come on, 1/6 scale playable. It would have been tough. It would have to be a very simplistic pinball machine with like nothing to it. You know, some bumpers, some spinners. And even that then would be a little bit tricky in that scale. But to do anything with any kind of extra mechanics to it, especially Black Hole with that area with that like sort of gravity defying area underneath where it falls down into, and then the ball, obviously it's slanted, so the ball goes this way instead of this way underneath and all. To try to do that in a 1/6 scale. But I still think it looks pretty cool. I did not pre-order it, but, I may get it. We'll have to wait and see. New Wave Toy Skee Ball, Instabuy. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. Skee Ball is one of the items people will buy in multiples. This is a little better. Yeah, that could be. It'd be interesting if they sell them maybe in, like, multicolor. Some different variants, maybe. Like, this one is obviously, with a red color theme to it with the yellow here. What if they had one that was blue as well, and you could put them side by side, just to kind of switch things up? I think that would be a really cool idea. But anyway, get out of this. So obviously they put out this production update. Bad news is production is delayed until May. Good news is we had a high level of retailer interest coming out of CES. We're working with a retail distribution partner that are now in the process of following up on retailer forecasts and committed placement, thus resulting in this delay. So that's good for them. I mean, the fact that we're going to see this Golden Tee in retail stores, I think is going to wind up being a good thing overall for New Wave Toys, and could be some good seed money for stuff to come later on for them. It sucks that we have to wait a little bit longer, but I'm okay with that. I'm used to waiting for stuff from New Wave Toys. Their stuff that just takes forever to come out. So, what's a little bit longer? But I'm still excited to get it. And of course, for those of you that pre-ordered, you probably got this email already. But if you haven't seen it yet, or if you haven't looked at it yet, they have the vote open for the production marquee. So if you want to vote for a particular marquee that you want to see on the Golden Tee when it comes out, you can click on this to get to it. I haven't done it yet. I haven't decided which one I want to go with. I'm trying to, there've been so many variations on Golden Tee, and I know so many of them look so similar. Like, I don't know with this shape. Is this more like Golden Tee 3D? Is this more like a Golden Tee Classic or 99? Or is it really just not matter what this is? Because I think I got to do a little research again on what the Golden Tees look like. Because if I'm going to pick a marquee, I kind of want the one that most matches what this particular version of Golden Tee looks like. And that could be, like I said, it could be classic or it could be 3D. I'm not 100% sure. I was going to vote for Golden Tee 99 because it's the only one I've played in person, but I chose 2K as it looked the best to me. Classic was a third. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, I mean, that's the other idea, obviously, is just get the one that you think looks cool. Like the 2K definitely looks cool. I kind of like the 98 too with the golfer there like that, but again, we'll see. I haven't made up my mind yet. Shiloh, let's see, what does Jason say here? Shiloh should do a double run with both Gorgar and Centaur. My wallet would hurt. Sorry, I was Video Game Vegas talking to Jason. Shiloh should do a double run with Gorgar and Centaur. My wallet would hurt, but it would be so worth it. Who knows? I'll tell you, if the Black Hole Pinball does well, we will definitely see more mini pinball from them in the future. That is for sure. All right, man, this hour is moving. And knock on wood. Sorry, that was probably loud. Knock on wood, I haven't heard any audio issues today. Nobody's complaining about beeping. It hasn't come through on my monitor. So another little bit, and hopefully we're in the clear tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Sorry, I hope I didn't, like I said, I hope I didn't blow out your eardrums with my wood knocking there for a second. Okay. All right, so let's move on. I got one last thing to cover. And let me find it. Let me pull this up. Here we go. And here we are. So, AtGames National Owners Day starts tomorrow. So starting tomorrow and going through Monday the 17th, they will be doing their annual National Owners Day. Now, February is the original National Owners Day. I think they said this is like their 17th National Owners Day that they've done. But, traditionally, they started in February with these. And I'll say this one feels a little bit underwhelming to me personally, but let's go through it anyway because there are some interesting things going on. So from the 13th to 17th, honoring you with fantastic National Owners Day discounts and tournaments. You like my little buddies back there? Yeah, they've been hanging there for a while. I think the Pikachu was actually my daughter's for a while, but Grogu is definitely mine. That was a gift from my wife one year for Christmas. All right, so the savings for National Owners Day are not, I don't know, they're just not as big as I think we're used to seeing with a lot of stuff. They do have some interesting deals and stuff going on. Starting out, we'll talk about the tournaments that they have going on. So they do have a tournament going on. Now, whether you're on the Legends 4K or whether you're on a Legends HD, doesn't really matter. The games are the same regardless. So if you play any of these tables during this upcoming weekend, you're going to be entered in to win one of their prizes. So you've got the Gottlieb table going nuts. You've got the brand new Zakaria Space Shuttle Deluxe. Nature's Fury from Pinball Pack 3, which is probably one of the best pinball tables that Magic Pixel has ever done. You got Fox and Sox and Dr. Seuss and Sea of Thieves. So if you play any of these, you're going to be entered into a tournament. First prize is going to be a $50 AtGame eStore coupon. One prize winner. I guess they're just going to pull random prize winners. So this isn't based on score or anything. You don't have to be at a specific place in the leaderboard or anything. Just play the game, upload your high score to the leaderboards, and you're entered. One random winner gets $50, 3 get $25, and 5 get $10. Now that's for 4K. It is, even though you're playing the same games, they are, I believe, going to pick separate winners between the 4K and the HD. So again, on HD, it's one prize winner gets $50, 2 get 25, and 5 get 10. I don't know why it's only 2 here when the other's 3, unless that's a typo or something, but that's what it says, so that's what I'm going to go with. So that's a tournament that they have going on for the next few days, starting tomorrow, going through Monday the 17th. Now, with a lot of the recent National Owners Days, they did put hardware on sale, their pinball tables, their ALUs, and things like that. They're really not doing that for this National Owners Day, and I think, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's a mistake. I think after the last little sale, that they did, where they were just kind of touting the affordable financing with some coupons and some money off on extras for it, I was really hoping that when National Owners Day came around that they were actually going to knock these down. Even if they just knocked them down $100 like they've been doing, just knock them down a little bit. For the affordable finance, but they're not doing that. They're doing the same thing again. They're promoting the affordable finance program. They're giving you $50 to $100 off on Pinball Net and the arcade control panel if you go ahead and you purchase one of their 4K machines. $500 down, $100 shipping, and then monthly payments starting as low as $62.49, which basically, if you guys have seen this before, this chart, basically it's this chart right here. So if you bought one of their premium starters for $12.50, that's where you're going to wind up paying the $62.49 per month after your initial $600. And then you could see the other breakdowns here. I do still think that Sea of Thieves with the SSF kit is probably the best deal on here, because they're through the affordable finance, you do get $100 off it, making it $16.49. 600 down, $95.83 per month. I know I have an affiliate link that'll get you another $50 off. I know there's several other YouTubers that also have the affiliate links that can get you $50 off if you go with the Sea of Thieves. So if you do that, then you'll save a little bit of extra money, and you're getting one of the machines with the SSF kit built in for a pretty low price. And that stuff sucks these days. A year ago, they were much better discount. Yeah, I can understand that sentiment, JJ. I mean, I was kind of feeling the same way here. I wish they were taking some money off on these things, not just promoting the financing program. And I mean, it's nice that they're giving you some money off on like Pinball Net or the control panel if you don't have it or whatever. But I think people would rather just see the machines themselves come down in price. Now, one new thing that they are doing is they've added their new Legends Ultimate machine, the ALU CEHD, to the affordable financing program. So if you didn't pick up one of these yet and you wanted to, you could get it and use the same 12-month program to pay it off. So in this case, it's a $300 payment down, $100 for the shipping, and then right around $30 a month to pay it off. And if you do this, you'll get a $50 code towards purchasing the Bit LCD if you want. Or you could go ahead and get it with the Bit LCD built in. Again, $300 down, $100 shipping, $58.33 a month with a $50 coupon towards the Quad Play if you wanted to put the 4-player control deck in this. Now again, you're not saving any money. There's no sale on this to bring it down in price. Just the $50 coupons on the add-ons. But just the fact that they're adding this to the affordable financing is something new and something worthwhile. I'm actually, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on the financing. I'm actually a fan of this affordable financing program. I think this is a good thing that they've done. I think this is a smart thing that they've done to give people an opportunity to purchase this and then pay it off over time. No interest. So, as opposed to some of the other methods, there are other pay over time methods, Affirm, Klarna, I know AtGames uses some of those, but a lot of those, depending on how far out you spread the payments, you are going to pay interest on them. Some of them, again, if you pay the thing off in like 3 months, there's going to be no interest. But if you go 6, 9, 12 months, you're going to pay interest on it. Here, you go a full 12 months paying this off with no interest. So I really don't have a problem with the financing program. I just wish that if you're going to do a National Owners Day, that you'd actually put some of these on sale and then do the affordable financing on top of that. I think a lot more people would jump on it. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the chat if you agree or not. But then we get into some of the savings. And again, they're doing something really weird here this time. They've got their pinball packs, their pinball net, arcade net, and the brand new tables, Space Shuttle and Zancor, on sale. 20% off if you buy it directly on your machine, and $17.25 if you buy it through the e-store. Again, I don't know why they're differentiating that, other than maybe they're just trying to incentivize people to buy them right off the machines. But I have an HD pinball machine. I can't buy it off the machine. I have to go to the website. It doesn't have the ability to buy it on the machine. It doesn't have the App Store. At least I don't think it does. Not in the way that the 4K does. So, no, yeah, okay. So just reading some of the fine print here. But anyway, so just something, a little weird with this. I do like the fact that they put Space Shuttle Deluxe and Zancor on sale, considering those are brand new tables. Zancor comes out tomorrow. By the way, AtGames did send me the game early. They did provide a copy of it to me. And I have been playing it. I've been putting a review together. I'll have a review of it up tomorrow, so you can check that out before you purchase it if you want. But, it is nice that at least that these are going to be on sale, even though they're brand new. This is, AtGames ticks me off by penalizing folks who don't want to buy on their machine. Yeah, dude, I get you. I am 100% with you. This is weird to me. I don't know why they decided to do it this way when you've got people who can't get the 20% off because they can't buy on a machine. I don't know. As far as any kind of hardware being on sale, the only thing you got here is you got the Micro HD, the Ultimate Mini, the Legends Gamer Pro, and the Bit LCD. You've got some money off on those. The Bit LCD, not a bad price at $320, but I do think they've gone lower than that in the past. I seem to remember this being almost $100 off and being down to $250 at one point. So, again, it is what it is. But there you go. That is the AtGames National Owners Day sale. And unfortunately, I have to say I'm a little underwhelmed by it, if I'm being quite honest. And I'm an AtGames fan, and you guys know I do a lot of AtGames stuff. I'm on their media team. I'm on their influencer team. This was just underwhelming to me. They also infer that you can only play these tables on a pinball machine. Yes, this is true. This is true. Some of the newer tables are only playable on their pinball machines. They cannot be played on the Core Plus, or the Core Max. And from what I've been told, that's not going to change anytime soon. They are really just focusing on the pinball tables for the pinball machines and not for anything else, which again is weird because they're hyping the ALU CEHD machine, which as far as I know has the. Let me go back to the. Hang on, let me go back to the picture of that for a second. Yeah, I mean, look, you got the pinball buttons on the side. You've got the pinball buttons on the side of the machine that you're hyping and telling people to go ahead and buy through your affordable finance, but you're not going to put the brand new pinball tables on it. Look, again, I'm a fan. I like AtGames, but just because I like the company doesn't mean that I can't call them out on stuff that I think is just weird and makes no sense. I wouldn't be intellectually honest if I didn't. So, guys, this one just doesn't do it for me. And I was hoping because I've been waiting. I've been really thinking about maybe it's time to upgrade my HD to the 4K, and the affordable finance would definitely help for me to be able to do it. But I wanted a sale. I wanted it to go down 100 or so before I do it and save a little bit more money. And I'm not getting that here, so it's just not going to happen. Could just be going to 4K devices eventually. And that's another thing for you guys who have been following and whatever. We know there's some Zen tables coming out this month, but we don't know which ones they're going to be. The original schedule had some of the Star Wars tables, but it sounds like that's not going to be the case here. We're just going to have to wait and see exactly what it's going to be from them. I know they got in a little bit of trouble over releasing their 4K schedule and showing the game ahead of time. And I guess Zen got a little upset with that, so they're being very, very cautious, which may be, coming from on high, being told them, yeah, you're not going to announce anything until like the day before it comes out or something. So we'll just have to wait and see. Don't even, because if that happens, I might just have to buy the 4K and then give my wife some other reason why I bought it. Broke me, got tired of waiting for the right IP. And we're not going to see anything new from them for a while in terms of a new theme pinball. I think August or September is like the next time that they're talking about releasing another skin for it. So, which means put them on sale now and get people to buy what you already have. But I don't know. Anyway, guys, it is 9:05. I know Arcades Anonymous probably have started by now, so I don't want to keep going much longer than this. I covered everything I wanted to cover. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, you had some fun tonight. I really enjoyed talking about Glenn's machine. Again, I always enjoy talking about his Build-A-Cade FU. Definitely looking forward to the Golden Tee from New Wave Toys. Sucks we got to wait a little bit longer for it, but I am still excited to get that when it comes out. Definitely going to check out the sale this weekend. I might buy one or two of the stools. Not sure yet. And, AtGames. Look, it is what it is. Look, if you want to buy some pinball packs, it's always nice when they go on sale, even if the sale is a little bit wonky, to pick up ones that you missed. I might do that. I don't know. I've been holding off on buying any of the HDs just because I'm thinking about going to the 4K. And again, I guess if I'm quite honest, they've been sending them to me, so it is what it is. Look, again, I will have a review of Zencor up tomorrow. I like it. Most of it. There are some things I like. There are some things I don't. You'll find out about that when you watch the video tomorrow. But that's going to do it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate it when you guys come and play with me for a little while. And I will catch you guys on the next one, probably be in another 2 weeks. I'm trying to keep to this every other week schedule. Might be rethinking things in terms of the day. I don't know if I'm going to stick with Wednesdays just yet. Might move to Thursdays. I haven't fully decided yet, but still probably stick with an every other week schedule for now. Thanks again for hanging out, and I will catch you guys next time.